Hey Algebra 1, I'm going to be going over your notes that we started in class on Tuesday and Wednesday, but we didn't get a chance to finish. I'm going to go through the whole thing, so if you've already seen this part, then go ahead and scroll forward to the towards the end, or the part that you need to watch. Okay, so an inequality, so again we're doing writing and graphing inequalities. An inequality is a statement where two quantities are not equal. Not equal. Okay, and inequalities are these little symbols here. The arrows that point to the left or to the right, or they point left and right and have this little line underneath. So if it's pointing to the left, then that means that the number or whatever's on the left is smaller than what's on the right. So if you guys remember, or maybe you were taught that this is almost like an alligator mouth. What does the alligator want to do? It wants to eat the bigger number. So that means that A is less than B, because B is bigger. Okay, and that's why we get less than. Okay, here the mouth is opening towards the A. So A, in this case, A is greater. A is greater than B. Greater than B. Okay, now this is also pointing to the left. It's opening to the B, so B is bigger, but A is less than, again, A is less than, but then it has this little line underneath. And when you have a little line underneath, that means or equal to. Or equal to B. So this reads out as A is less than or equal to B. And then this is pretty much the same thing, but now it's A is greater than or equal to B. In this case, A is bigger, but because it says or equal to, the two numbers could be equal as well. And this last symbol, it's an equal sign, but then a line that goes through it. What that means is that the numbers are not equal at all. So the A is not equal to B. And that's all that means, is that the two numbers are not equal. We don't know if A is bigger or B is bigger. All we know is that they're not equal when you see this symbol. Okay? Open the page, go to the next one. So now we're going to write the inequality using numbers, and we're going to use it from a sentence. So it says all numbers x, so we write x, greater than or equal to, well, if I go back here, greater than or equal to, the mouth opens to the left, or it's pointing to the right, greater than or equal to -5. And that's all it is. And this one, x is less than or equal to. As soon as you see equal to, you know you have to put the line underneath. Okay. So again, if you see equal to, you need the line. Equal to, put the line. Equal to 8. This one is r is less than -3. Okay, it doesn't have the or equal to, it just says r is less than -3. And here, f is greater, or f is bigger than 1/2. Okay? Now we're going to do the same thing, but back the other way. So here we went to the inequality using numbers, but now we're going to use it to go back the other way in words. Well, first we start with k. K is, and it's pointing to the left. That means that -3 is bigger. But what we write here is, what is k related to -3? And k is less than, and you see the little line there? There's a line underneath, so then we have to say or equal to -3. Okay. Now this one is, start with y. is, this is pointing the same way as this one, except now it doesn't have the line, so now it's just y is less than 0, but not equal to. It is not equal to. This one has the line, so it's equal to. This one does not, so it's just less than. Now this one, z is, the mouth is opening to the z, so now that means z is bigger or greater than, and there's no line, so it's not equal to, it's just greater than 2/3. Next one, g is, we always do g is, greater than, or, as you can see it has a line here, so we have to put or equal to -2. Now if we have the line here on the bottom, then we need to put or equal to. Now this one, it doesn't start with the letter. It actually starts with the number on the letter. So that's what we're going to start with. So -8 is, the mouth opens to the 8, so is greater than, and we see the line underneath, so or equal to w. Okay. Okay, now, going on over here, now we're going to graph these inequalities. Okay, the first thing we need to know is how to start them. Now, if you have a less than sign or greater than sign, less or greater than, you're going to draw this open circle. Okay? If you have equal to, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to, we'll just leave it like that. Less than or equal or greater than or equal, you're going to draw this solid dot or closed dot. Okay, it's going to be filled in. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. So first, on this one it says writing in words. Well, that circle, you can see on number 1 is open. So it means we know it's going to be one of these two. Okay. Well, as you can see, the arrow is pointing towards not positive numbers, but it's going towards negative numbers. So that means that it's going to be less. So pointing this way, then that means your symbol is going to point that way. And I know that it's this symbol without the line because it's open. And now we always just put X. Okay. Or you can put any letter you want. And the number that the circle is on is 1. Okay. So again, X. Now let's look at the arrow, see where it's going. It's getting bigger. If it's pointing this way and getting bigger, that means X is greater than. And notice this dot is closed. It's like this one, so we're going to use these symbols, greater than or equal to. And the number that that dot is on is 1. Okay. Another way to do this is I can put X. I'll put the number where the dot is. So here the dot is on -1. Now I just have to figure out where the symbol goes. Well, here the arrow is pointing to the left, so I know that X is less. If it's going to the left, you know it's less. And it's a closed dot, like this one, so it has to be less than or equal to -1. Okay? And now this one, now we're going to graph it from words. Okay, so first we need to make a number line. So make a number line. And remember, first actually, let's do this. Let's create the statement. So x is greater than or equal to -5. And now we'll graph it. Okay, so we'll put -5. We'll just go ahead and put that in the middle. We'll put a couple numbers around it. And remember, if it's negative, then the next number to the left will be 6. The next number to the right will be 4. Okay, now it's or equal to, so we're going to put the solid dot. And it says greater than, so that means we're going to shade to the right. It means it's getting bigger. The x can be bigger than this number. And that's it. Okay, so again, x is less than or equal to 8. So x is less than or equal to 8. Make our number line. 8 goes in the middle. It's or equal to, so we know it's the solid dot. We put a couple of numbers to the left and to the right, and this is positive 8, so that means this number is 7, 6, 9, and 10. And remember, it says less than, pointing to the left. So we're going to make our line, or shaded line, point to the left. And that's it. Okay? Go on to the next video to do more graphing.